Neil, commiserations. What are your initial reaction to that game?
Well, first up, I thought it. To me, it looked like a game too far for us. I thought we looked leggy, we looked laboured at times. We made errors that aren't normally at the levels that we make. When you're playing against good teams, you can't give them opportunities like we did, especially at the start of the second half. I can't fault the players' lack of effort, not at all. I just thought a couple of goals summed us up really, where we get split in midfield. We just again maybe that half a yard off all over the pitch, and when you give players like they've got those opportunities, even from 25 yards, they find the bottom corners. That's the Premier League players.
And it's an obvious thing to say with them being 6 points clear at the top, at least until the 3 p.m. games start. But is that the best team you've come across so far? You mentioned the Premier League quality they've got. They managed to retain a lot of their squad, didn't they, when they went down? Was that quite a big gap in quality at times there, did you think?
I think today's probably a fair assessment. As much as we weren't at our levels, I think I think they showed their class as well. And for us to aspire to that quality, they got good players. They got good players, and I think you see that today at times. And they're top of the league and 6 points clear for a reason, because they've been consistent and they find ways to win games. And they don't go and beat teams 3, 4, 5, 6, but they win games by the odd goal or 2 goals like today. They don't concede loads and they score. I think Bournemouth were good against us, and we got a 1-1 draw. And I thought, we had large spells of that game where we were good. Today, I thought they controlled a lot of the game. I thought the 10 minutes before half time was our best, and it was key for us to score then. But it gave us the belief at half time we'd get back in the game. But we started the second half poorly with a couple of cheap turnovers, unfortunately.
You mentioned it was a game too far. You've had a hectic period. You've had injuries. You come up now with the relative luxury of a week until your next game. How can you kind of regroup and go again come Boxing Day?
Well, just to the players, they've done great. Okay, we got beat in the derby last week, and got beat today by a very good side. We won 5 games, in 7 now, and those 7 games falling in a 3-week period. It's been a lot of fixtures. Missing some key players, unfortunately. Look today and the changes thinking about making when you want to get some fresh legs in the team, some energy. I'm not sure really got the players to affect the pitch at times. And the sooner we can get players back fit, it'll be key for us. But it probably just was a game too far. But I look back and reflect. I'd like us to be slightly better off in the league, I've got to be honest. But we have got a foundation, and we've got three games now before the turn of the year: Brentford, Wickham and Rotherham, where I expect us to pick points up and be on track with a points total that looks like we're going to be a top 6 side.
Okay. Thanks, Neil.
Thanks, mate.
Neil, if you take Norwich as the standard bearers today, how far off that do you perceive your side to be, do you think?
It's a tricky question, Glennis. I think people are watching that and saying, well, Norwich are a really good side and we weren't at our best today, so it might look at times a gulf between the two. But I think ultimately they've got a more in-depth squad, a better quality squad built from being in the Premier League last season, and I said that's where we aspire to get to. They've got some real experience, but some real energy as well in their play. And look at the changes they could make, to the group is quite phenomenal, really. But we're capable of that. We're capable of competing with the top sides. We've certainly seen it this season at times, and last season where we can compete with the top sides, because that's what we want to be ourselves. We want to be a top 6 side. And today I just felt, without criticising my players, just felt energy levels weren't there at all. We didn't get close enough to people. Just that half a yard that makes such a massive difference against the top sides. We weren't able to do that today.
And I think you mentioned that Joe Bennett had a quad strain before the game. How serious is that? Is that just a niggle or potentially a long-term one? No?
No, we're hoping just a niggle. We'll have to review him in the next sort of 72 hours to see about Boxing Day. Quietly hopeful that it'll be available for Boxing Day. Yeah, but I thought Greg Cunningham came in today and acquitted himself well, since he's not played a lot of football in the last few months. And it was nice for him to get 90 minutes.
And Josh Murphy, was he still unwell? Was he for today?
Yeah, Josh unwell. Like I said, not COVID related, just unwell. So he should be back in the building Monday.
Okay, brilliant. Thanks, Neil. Unlucky today.
Thanks, Glenn.
Any more questions, John? No, I think we're good then, Neil. Thank you for that.
Fellas, just like I presume we'll be speaking this week, but in case none of you are on, happy Christmas. In case you're
likewise, Neil. Cheers. I was just going to say.
Yeah, cheers, Neil.
We'll see you in the presser soon.
Yeah,
via Zoom.
Take care. Bye bye.
Safe journey. Cheers, Neil.